Hello, welcome back to the channel. Linus is the name. Now today we continue our series on how to make money selling internet, and in particular this video is dedicated to those that have been asking me how do I configure my MikroTik router to generate tickets and to give me that login page. So in this particular video we're going to be setting up our trusted MikroTik router, and the best bit of it is we're going to be using an app on a phone. Okay, so we're going to be using an app on our phone to not only set up our MikroTik router, but to also manage the different tickets that will be available for sale later, and also create all those much needed profiles and all of that, using an application on the phone. Let's dive straight into it. Now, before we go downloading the application on the phone, first thing you're going to need to do is reset your router. If your router is brand new, that is a MikroTik router. If your router is brand new, then you will not need this particular step, but if it is brand new, then these are some of the things you're going to have to do. First is we make sure our router has some power. Yes, got it hooked up on the power. And what I like to do is I normally like to feed my router with internet, so that just in case I need to run any updates or anything, I can easily do that. So going to plug it in. So we have power and we have Ethernet. Next, we're going to move over to our laptop. We're going to simply open up an application called Winbox. Those who are new to MikroTik, Winbox is the application you use to access your MikroTik router in order for you to access different things. So in this particular case, I'm just going to type in a password over here, and we are logged onto the router. Now what we're going to do in this particular case, like I said, is we are going to reset it to the default system right here. We're going to come over to system, go over to reset configuration, and we're just going to go reset configuration. Over you go. Do you want to reset all your configuration and reboot? Yes. Okay. Now why I said if you have a new router you don't necessarily need this step is on a new router there's no configuration on it, so you don't have anything that would clash with your new config that you're about to put on. If it's a used router, high chances you've been trying out different things, you've been trying out different methods, and sometimes they do clash with the new configuration. That's why it's always good to start with a fresh slate. Always reset your router before you configure anything on it. Okay, so now that we are done rebooting with our fresh config, over you can see it says router always default configuration. All we're going to do is say okay, and then now we need to give it a new password. We're going to skip the old password part because the old password, we didn't have a password over there, so we're just going to go to new password and type in a new one, and then confirm password. Good. Now, as far as this particular app is concerned, that is all we'll need to do inside the MikroTik router. All the scary stuff is done. Next, what we're going to do is now we are going to go over to our phone. We are going to look for Play Store. Yes. And in Play Store here, what we're going to do is just search for an application called Mikroticket over there and hit install. Now as this here is installing, MikroTicket is the application we're going to use to automatically set up our MikroTik router. It's going to help us create those different packages, also going to help us generate the codes that we shall sell to our customers. We're going to be going step by step in this particular case. Of course, if you want the link to this particular app, it is in the description below. You can just click on it and also get to install it on your phone. So once the application is done installing, we're just going to go and open it up right here, and this is what the application will look like. Now what we're going to do, very important step here, is we need to go over here and connect to the wireless signal of our MikroTik router. Don't connect to any other wireless signal but the one that is on your MikroTik router. Now if your MikroTik router is the type that does not have a wireless signal inbuilt, you're going to have to plug in your access point, be it maybe TP-Link, Ubiquiti, whatever access point you're using, plug it into your router and then connect to that Wi-Fi. The whole thing is you need to make sure your phone is connected to a Wi-Fi signal that enters into the MikroTik you want to configure. All right, so what happens now is once you're connected to that particular Wi-Fi, and yes, as you can see here, we're connected to our MikroTik Wi-Fi from our access point over here, which is our router. Now what we're going to do here is create an account. Now why you have to create an account is you're new to the application in this particular case, so we're just going to create a new account. We're going to call it okay. So now that we have created an account over here, I'm going to give it a username minus check create account. Okay, so once you're done creating an account, verifying email and all the above, you are greeted with this particular screen over here. Now this here, of course, at the top here is telling you have 16 days of free use, after which period you're required to have a Mikroticket Prime account. Now what happens is Mikroticket is a paid for application. Of course, you have 16 days to test it out and see if it will work for you, but after that you have got to pay for it. Now what we want to do here is ignore all of this, and over here, of course, if before you ignore them, you can see you have new connection, you have Mikroticket Prime, all these other things, VIP support, and then you also have different templates that you can create. Now what we're going to do is go to new connection. Okay, in new connection, as you can see, it just brings out the word routers. We're just going to click on new connection. The default IP address on this MikroTik is basically that, and then we're going to enter our admin password that we created when we reset the MikroTik. That admin password that we did put in is what we're going to put over here. Okay, and then immediately it has detected that there's no hotspot server configured on our router. So what happens is now we're just going to click setup. Yes, that bridge. Basically it's just a couple of clicking next and next. Admin, you have an admin password for the user. Yes, I'm going to use like we have put earlier, Linus123. That's going to be our admin user. Okay, click next, and then now we'll wait for it. So what it's doing now is Mikroticket is accessing this particular router. It is installing all the necessary files for hotspot. It's creating the hotspot server. It is creating all these other things. It is putting all the rules and all of that stuff in your MikroTik. Once it is done, it is going to show you that it is here. As you can see, it has adopted it and it is showing green, and that basically tells you that it is live and has been adopted. Now, of course, it doesn't end here. What I've done is we've done the first step of the entire process. Now, if I may take you back to our computer over here, on our computer here, as you can see, we are still connected to the MikroTik. And if I went in here and maybe tried to search for www.speedtest.net, for example, it would automatically show you that, hey, you have no internet, because now what has happened is, yes, we have internet fed into the router. As you can see, there's internet being fed into this router, but now we have created a new hotspot service which has not yet been authenticated through. Now, next step on here is we're again back to our phone. So we're back on our phone, and now this time around what we need to do is now we need to go over here. So we're just going to manage this particular router. So you click on the router, then it says reboot the router is required. Click on reboot, and then we just wait for the magic to happen. Reboot successful. Yes. So if I just go back over here now to the laptop, and now you'll see it's telling me Mikroticket over here. Now it's bringing me the login page. And the beauty of this is now it has automatically updated itself. Now you can see we do have a PIN or username for those that are using PIN or username, and then we have those who are, creating users. Already now we have a login page that is being captured by the MikroTik, yes, and it's already asking us to enter a PIN, to enter a voucher that would be selling to our clients. Okay, so here's what we're going to do now. What we're going to do now is connect to our router. Now we're going to click on our router that we want to create. Name your Wi-Fi. The name of your Wi-Fi is not configured. So first of all, we're going to name our Wi-Fi. So right now it's on the MikroTik default. Let's call this tech select. Okay, select. Good, update that bit. There we go. Connect again to the Wi-Fi, and already, as you can see, if I go over here to Wi-Fi networks available right here. Yes, network tech select is now available. Connected to it is asking me to sign into the network, and boom, there we go. It gives us that automatic login page. Very, very important. Now, earlier we had created our user account, which was, if I do remember properly, it was admin, and our password was Linus123. All right, good. Yeah, so we remember the credentials we did create. Now we are logged on to our network. Now what we're going to do is go back in here to our router in here, and as you can see now, it's showing us how much RAM is available, how much CPU usage is happening, all of this stuff, and it is even showed us the different wireless networks that are available from our router, because in this particular case we're working with the Wi-Fi that is inside our router. Now over here, now we notice at the bottom here we have home, plans, tickets, and files, and all of that. Now what we're going to do is back over here to home. First things first, we need to create plans. You cannot create tickets before creating plans, so let's create a plan. This plan, maybe we're going to call this plan, let's call it 1 hour. The price of this 1 hour maybe shall be 1,000 shillings. Users per ticket in this particular case is if I bought a voucher, how many people can share it. I'm there to make sure that it is one person, not more than one person. We have speed allocated up and down, and then ticket duration. Ticket duration in this particular case, I said it is for 1 hour. Now remember, if you do not set your ticket duration, that ticket, when someone logs on, will stay on forever. So make sure you always set your ticket duration. Very, very important. Now, type of ticket here is, there are different types. There's elapsed time and then pause time. Now, elapsed time, the total period of time that has elapsed since customer activated, regardless of whether service is used or not. This one, as soon as they log on, it starts counting. Whether they use it or not, for it starts counting. Then there's pause time. Pause time basically is, it counts only the time the user uses when he's on your network. I personally never use pause time. I always use elapsed time, because hey, if you use pause time, I can easily buy a 1 hour voucher and use it the whole day, just log on for a few minutes and log back off. So I normally prefer using elapsed time, and then we save that particular plan. Let's create another plan here. Maybe we call this one 5 hours. 5 hours, let's call it maybe 2,000 shillings. Users per ticket 1, speed up and down as usual, and then time elapsed over here will be 5 hours, and then we click on save. Good. Now registry has been added. So now we have 2 plans created. Now so far, what have we achieved? We have so far managed to set up our MikroTik automatically. It has created the hotspot system automatically. We have a login page, which is a captive portal that is now available for both our laptop and our phone users for them to enter their PIN. And now we have just created our different profiles on which now we can attach our tickets. Now let's move over here to the tab of tickets. Now in here, we're just going to come over here and say create a ticket. Hotspot server, don't touch that one. That one is a constant. And then we're going to come over to internet plan and select the 1 hour. Output is ticket on screen, thermal printer. Of course, now that these are different options in which you can use to create your ticket. Now, if you have a thermal printer, these tiny printers, you can select that. Once the tickets are generated, they'll be printed out from the thermal printer and you can give them out immediately. Or you can create a ticket on screen so that someone can maybe scan them using a barcode or stuff like that. In this particular case, we're just going to create a PDF file so that we can take it to a printer, print it out, and then just cut them out for easy distribution. So we're going to go with A4. And now the quantity, maybe let us say we need 20 cards. Of course, this here, the maximum, as per the previous update of this app, the maximum you could do was 200 cards at a go. But in this particular case, I think they might have pushed that slightly higher. But again, don't create too many cards at the same time. You want to do them gradually so that you do not overload your system. Okay, so in this particular case, we're going to create 20 tickets. Click on create ticket. This is what the ticket would look like. So it gives you an outlay of what it would look like. You can go to ticket settings and change all these things. But of course, these different changes here, some of them need you to have subscribed to the pro license. There you go. The price here, I'm just going to change my currency. I don't think I don't need the QR code. Of course, you can use QR code for those that don't have time to fidget entering the different ticket numbers. You just scan it. Okay, so let's leave QR code on. All these other things, all these details. Okay, you can even change the logo if you want, to change the logo of your particular ticket. So we're creating 20 tickets. Create those as fast as possible. That's what it will show, and then click on create. So just like that, we do have our different tickets over here created and ready for sale. Now, since I have opted to have this as a PDF, now this PDF is what I'll plug into my export into my printer, print them out, cut them out, and then now when a user comes, yes, I simply sell them this ticket. This particular number is what they will enter into their device in order to log in. Let's just test this out. Let's test it out to make sure everything is up and running. So back on our computer over here, let me just make sure I'm connected to the right network. Okay. The text select network is over here that we have just created. Connecting to it, it brings me an automatic login page over here. We do have a ticket we created. So let's use this ticket. This here is 337. That is 8, 4, and then 6, 2. And I click login, and just like that, I am logged in. And as you can see, everything is redirecting. And I've also received a notification on this other side that, hey, so and so has logged on and stuff like that. Now, if I go to active, you can see over here, active client has been shown over here. And just like that, you are done setting up your MikroTicket. Your hotspot is up and running. Everything is good to go. It's that easy. It is that simple. Everything is automatic. Now, advantages and disadvantage of this system is, of course, it runs on your phone. You don't necessarily, to have your phone on site all the time. So basically, you just need your phone to be the admin in this particular case. So you set up and everything, and it's going to run off the MikroTicket servers, and it makes everything really easy, makes everything simplified. Now, the other advantage of this is based on the fact that everything is running off the MikroTicket servers, and there is of course some data shared between the servers and your actual router. In case power goes off, yes, for example, if there's a power outage, when power comes back, your users will be automatically reconnected. It will automatically remember where they ended, yes, and then relog them in. So there's that continuity, which is something very, very amazing. Now, on the downside of it is this particular app is not free. It is, the trial period is about 16 days, yes. So after 16 days, you're going to have to pay for the app. Now, if I just go over here to my phone and we see annually, the whole point is you pay per router you connect. So if you have 10 routers, you're going to have to pay for them individually. So it will generate and accumulate that money for you. So in this particular case, one router for the whole year is about $59.99. That's basically $60. And if you're doing monthly for one router is $6. Yeah, so $5.99, basically $6 per router every month is basically the subscription plan you'll be paying to MikroTicket every month, for them to have this service running for you on your hotspot. Now, they do not take any percentages of your sales. They do not take any cut of your sales. All that MikroTicket gets is that $6 every month that you pay as a subscription for their application. Now, our series doesn't end here. We're still continuing with our series on Hotspot. And of course, next I'll be bringing yet another app you can use to configure your Hotspot users. This one, in this particular case, is a free app. It will be coming up next. And also, as we go deeper down this road, we'll also now start introducing the options where you can have your users pay using mobile money. So we'll be also talking about mobile money integration and a lot more. If you found this video useful, do give us a thumbs up, and of course do leave a comment in the comment section in case I've missed out anything. If you do want to add anything, if you have any questions regarding to this particular video or the other videos on Hotspot or on other videos on this particular channel, do drop me a comment in the comment section, or you can reach out personally at techselectug@gmail.com. that is techselectug@gmail.com. drop me an email. I shall definitely be replying to you. And yeah, let's keep on growing, let's keep on sharing this information together. But for today, allow me to call it a wrap. See you in the next video when we talk about yet another application that you can use in your Hotspot billing. Till then, bye-bye.